present, um, most especially the students of University of Lagos, the great students of University of Lagos. I want to single you out and thank you for joining the train this morning. Gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, let me on behalf of my own team welcome the management and the students of University of Lagos to the State House in Marina once again. You're welcome to your state. You're welcome to your government house. So Lagos is home to all of us. So indeed, we're all in the state of aquatic splendor. We're all residents of the state of excellence. I'm indeed excited this morning. Like the Vice Chancellor had said, when the notice was brought forward, my immediate response is, given your brand and the several kids that you've given birth to, starting with Lagos just makes a lot of sense. But Lagos should now not constitute a burden, while you don't have access to other people. So let's quickly put the Lagos touch receiving ceremony, let's put it behind us before Christmas season, so that indeed you can have the opportunity to go around your other states and reach out to your other alumni and have a full response of all of the students that have gone past this very great institution. And so for us, or for me personally, it's a good homecoming. I want to congratulate the management staff and especially the students of Unilag for the bold initiative to host the next Nuga Games. Whilst I was in university, we didn't have an opportunity of hosting one. We had to travel all the way to University of Ibadan those years to go and witness a particular Nuga game. I think it was 1985 or 84, 86 exactly. And that was the final one that I actually, I think 84 was in Ife or something, then 86 was in University of Ibadan. So the games it's about you, it's about the students, it's about the camaraderie and the unity that sports brings about. It's not just a game, it's a convergence of talent, it's a convergence of future leaders, it's a convergence of the great skills that we have that are bound in all of our universities. And so for University of Lagos, hosting this is really around ensuring that the brand and the quality of what the university stands for, is being put to test again. And I know fully well that this competition, outside of it being well organized, it should also be a testimonial for our students, to shine, to collaborate, to compete well, to compete fairly, and to indeed be able to interact with fellow students all across the country. And so, like you said, Mr. Vice Chancellor, it's a citywide collaboration. It's an experience of Lagos that I'm sure the over 10,000 students coming around will want to feel. And so we will indeed be opening up our doors, to ensure that Lagos State, support you extensively. You've identified some facilities already, the stadia, the row park. Indeed, to mention, if you had waited a bit more, we'll have given you a lot more facilities. Because as we speak currently, we're building 9 or 10 stadia, concurrently in the state. Sport for us is really a rallying point. It's a way to go. Apart from the competition, that it presents, it also helps with a lot of wellness, healthy issues, and which is some of the things that we older people do not know about. And so sporting activity and sports, it's one of the full cardinal of ensuring that one has a well-rounded, living, healthy, and ensuring that you can use all of the skills that you have. Apart from that, sport is also a unifier. It's always something that, everybody see as a rallying point. You talk about football, for example, in the country, it's, it borderless. We really don't know, where you're from, or what tribe you are. We all just want to win, and support one another. That's the strength of sports. It brings about unity. It brings about friendliness. It brings about togetherness. And so I'm sure that the university and the organizers of next year's UNUGA will use that opportunity, to talk less about what divides us as a country, and let's talk more about what unites us as a country. And there are no better people that can do that than the youth. There are no better people that can do that than the students that will be the major beneficiaries of an intervention like this. If we talk about, thank you. If we talk about building a future, the future starts now. If we talk about building a resilient country and a city, it's about the future, it's about the youth, and it starts with the activities that you want to put forward next year. So it feeds into our own deliverables, not only on the economy side, but also, on the social developmental side of our government. We are doing sporting facility dotting all around the city, ensuring that our public spaces, are turned into, sporting arena where people can go up and do runs and jog, and do very healthy competition. Not only are we developing healthy citizens, we're also ensuring that we can have a well-being of live, life, and relaxed environment. And that's what makes a total being. So you can take it for granted that Lagos State will indeed be supporting, the idea around the games. You've talked about security. It's critical, it's paramount to all of our visitors, to all of our citizens, that the government continue to provide an enabling environment where security of life and property is next to none. We will continue to do that. Tourism continue to also feature on our economic agenda. Lagos is home to all the entertainment industry in the country, to all the Nollywood in the country, and all the tourist attractions that we have. 187 kilometers of beach, of which, Unilag Lagoon Front is also one of them. Let's utilize all of the tourism potential that we have, in Lagos. Let people rediscover the Lagos. Let people see, that indeed they don't need to travel out of this country to come and relax, when they have the time, they desire rest. So Lagos becomes also a destination for that. So there's so many gains that the state government can indeed see from the Nuga Games, apart from ensuring that we're jointly building future leaders that we all talk about, very collaboratively, and continue to ensure that it is home, to everybody that means well for this nation and for the state. And so on that note, I want to first congratulate the management of Unilag for accepting, to host. I think sporting activity is one of the very important tools that brings, universities together and brings youth, and students and bring them together. So we want to congratulate you for taking a bold step to host. We want to assure you that the government of Lagos, being the host city, will indeed support you where we can, with as much as the resources that we have, both human and material, to ensure that indeed the 2022 Nuga Games will be a lifelong experience for the athletes and for the students and for the officials. And finally, we also see, a benefit on the economic side, for the states, for also having future leaders aspiring to come and work and live in Lagos. It's home for them. And to say finally that we'll play fairly, we'll play well, but Unilag will win the cup, right? Right next to Lasso. Because Lasso is also here as well. So, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming, and we're here to support you. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much, Mr. Governor. I've landed very well. I think